Hello. I am back. Back for some more Stormblood at MSQ. Good morning, Denai. Hello there, Litterbox. Hope you both are having a good start to your day. Oh, Litterbox. Thanks for pointing out the mistake on the thumbnail. Appreciate it. Alright, let's talk to Conrad. Rising fortunes, rising spirits. Conrad would like just as much as you to resume your march east towards the peaks. Hello, Pawn Shop. Welcome. I know you're not one for waiting, but if you'll bear with us. Commander Kemp, Marshal Terrapin reports that their sweep of the Castellum's interior has been completed. So it's finally over, eh? Pray extend to him my deepest thanks. It's official then. Castellum Velladina is well and truly ours. Mayhap this calls for... Wait, where's Monago? She took her bird and flew off towards the Peering Stones, the village of the M tribe, where she was born. I doubt that the Imperials who fled Velladina had a mind to give them trouble on their way back east, but she was nevertheless worried, so I gave her leave to go and see that her people were safe. So I pray you are right. 'Twould be best if Monago were not alone if she should encounter the enemy. Agreed. Let's all go to the Peering Stones and make sure everything is alright. If that is your wish, then I've no objection. Just let the guard know when you wish to cross. Okay, let's cross the bridge. Greetings, Scion. Do you wish to pass? And here we are. I see an aetheryte over there. Since when did you become a bloodhound? A Makode ought to trust their ears, not their nose. On your guard, Ehrenwald. They're still about. Did you say you were for the Peering Stones? In that case, Marshal Terrapin and I should join you. We spied a suspicious pair earlier, a Here and a Lullafell, by the looks of them, but they fled when they realized they'd been spotted. If they're the Imperials, then we can't have them stirring up trouble. This was simply called Velladina Bridge before the Garleans arrived. They saw it fit to transform it into a base for their supply trains. What's more, atop this tower they could survey the area for malms around. Their ambition knows no bounds, nor does their villainy. So the Garleans built the tower and turned it into a base. We shall soon start sending scouts east to survey the land in preparation for our advance. We do not anticipate much resistance at this time, but should we encounter any Imperial forces, we shall deal with them quickly and severely. got like a completely different half of this zone we haven't explored yet. But of course, tiring though it may be to come and go from the cliff top, is easily defended and affords an excellent view of the surrounding area. This area is home to dangerous beasts. Not that we cannot handle, mind, but do not be surprised if something ravenous and slavering comes charging at you out of nowhere. The path to the village is through a tunnel just east of here. Follow me. Not just seekers in the sun, but Ananta? Mayhap there's a settlement nearby. We may not have seen any Imperial forces thus far, but we mustn't forget that this was occupied territory until very recently. They could still be nearby. Welcome to the Peering Stones, home of the M tribe. I must give you fair warning that, while travelers are welcome here, any acts of hostility will be met with an arrow shaft between the eyes. No exceptions. Wow, this is a great view up here. Well, what do you think? Hard to tell from down below. The whole village is up here, isn't it?
Ah, you've come. Welcome, friends, to my village. My home.
How fare your people?
Good, all things considered. Better than the Ananta at any rate. They've sent an emissary. I'll take you to her.
We're here to help. Will you tell us what happened?
Aye. It began with a quarrel between the Imperials and the Kaliana.
The Kaliana are another Ananta tribe. The strongest and the most influential. Unlike the Vera, they want no part of our troubles. They swore fealty to the Empire, and were content to remain within their borders.
Just so. The Kaliana forsook their pride in the fight and yielded to Garlemald long ago.
So it's just like the Kojin. The Ananta also have a tribe that surrendered to the Empire.
But then a new commander was sent to hold the Black Bridge. She demanded the Caliana surrender a hostage, this butcher.
Fordola. It doesn't make sense, though. The Vera are the ones working with the Resistance. Why would she threaten the Caliana?
Because she is ignorant like all Imperials. She knows not the difference between Caliana and Vera, nor does she care to learn.
I see. All Fordola knew for sure was that the Resistance would come from the west. She reasoned, therefore, that if the Ananta on the east bank turned their coats, she would be trapped. I take it the Caliana had no choice but to oblige her.
No, they did not. The Imperials left with the Caliana broodmother's own daughter, Anamika. Long days and nights she looked out on the Black Bridge weeping for her child. Until you came. The broodmother knew at once which way the winds would blow. She and her warriors met with the fleeing Imperials in the road and demanded that her daughter be returned.
Bad idea. Fordola's not the kind to take threats lying down.
You know her well. The butcher turned her blade to Anamika and bade the Caliana move aside. But the broodmother would not yield.
I know where this is going.
The Caliana surrounded the Imperials, one of whom, whether out of fear or stupidity, cut the child down. There was naught that could be done.
What madness.
Oh no.
The true madness was yet to come. For in her despair, the Caliana broodmother cried out for her daughter to be restored to life. She beseeched Sri Lakshmi's intercession.
She summoned a primal then and there?
That she did, if only for an instant. Bereft of courage and honor, the broodmother sought solace in her faith. The Imperials fled in terror at the sight of the goddess, abandoning these lands to the Ananta. Now the Caliana bid us make pilgrimage to pay proper respects. Yet though we Vera revere Sri Lakshmi as the holiest of the holy, we will not prostrate ourselves before her.
And so you turn to us.
Aye. All who have fought with the Resistance have heard tell of the warrior, the Icon Slayer.
So you want me to kill Primal? I can do that. I'm good at that.
I believe we have heard enough. Inconvenient though the timing may be, if a primal has indeed been summoned, we can scarce afford to ignore it. We must needs discuss how best to resolve this situation.
And now we have a primal to contend with as well. As if the Empire needed an excuse to start rounding up beastmen again. You have slain many icons before, yes? Then please, put an end to this madness. This is all Fordola's fault. Still can't believe that a primal's been summoned so close to the village. The idea that our people could be taken to serve as thralls is just doesn't bear thinking about. The lure of the dream. Alphino has heard the story too many times before. Ahem. At the risk of sounding hopelessly naive, there may yet be a way to avoid violent confrontation. In the past, I fear I have been rather too willing to accept that we have no other recourse than to risk our lives, or rather your life, to address these threats. And yet the primals we have faced thus far have demonstrated a variety of temperaments and objectives. Ravana may delight in battle, but Ramu would sooner keep to the forests with his children. Ere we decide to challenge Sri Lakshmi, it would seem wise to learn more of her nature from those who summoned her onto this world. If that is your will, so be it. To the north you'll find our village. Sarisha shall all unfold. We shall leave at once. Manago, can you inform our comrades at the bridge of what happened? Of course. Be safe, my friends. Eyes bigger than her stomach. Mzimzizi is fretting over the tribe's lack of food. Oh, sorry. I was distracted by the grumbling of my stomach. Thanks to the Garleans, we've been having trouble maintaining our food stores. Custom dictates that any game brought back to the village must be distributed evenly amongst everyone, but there hasn't been much to go around lately. Without fear of harassment from the Garleans, we can finally begin hunting again. There's still much to do if we're going to replenish our supplies. Any chance you'd be willing to help? If you could bring back, say, 3 Teleocraces, it would be a great help. You'll find them to the north of here, but don't kill them. We'll need their meat to be as fresh as possible when it's put away. When you've worn them down enough, you can stuff them into these bags without much of a fight. Now I know what you're thinking, but trust me, they'll fit. Stay safe out there. Weak enough. Yep. Got him. Oh hey, it's another astrologian doing the same quest as me, it looks like. Oh hey, an aether current. Barely lived there. Oh, this looks like the village. first we got one more of these things to kill. And all done. You're back. Do these bags contain what I think they do? Perhaps it's better not to ask how a 10-ton dinosaur could fit into this sack. Wow, you really did it. Not that I didn't think you could, mind you. It's just been so long since anyone here has had the guts to contend with those beasts. You can be sure we'll make good use of them. Their meat for rations is a given, but their horns and bones will make good tools, and their hides can make belts and boots. Did you know that the Teleoceras isn't even native to this land? The Garleans used them for carrying freights, but Sods couldn't keep them under control. A few of them escaped into the wilds, started breeding, and here we are. Guess you could say it's a blessing in disguise. If they hadn't brought Teleocresis here, we'd have one less source of meat and materials for fashioning our tools. Welcome, Strider, to Vera and Nyla. You are among friends here. Okay, so this is the Vera place. So these are the ones that are good, not the ones that used to work for the Garleans. We do not often receive guests. What is the purpose of your visit? Greetings, and well met. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and we come seeking the Sarisha of the Vera. You are she, are you not? You've petitioned us for aid and succor, and we intend to provide them, but we'd first learn more of Sri Lakshmi, that we might better understand the nature of the threat she poses to you. A simple request, and one which I shall gladly oblige. In the beginning was Sri Lakshmi. We were created in her image, daughters and blessed with her beauty. Her breath became ours, her serenity, her solace. There's naught she would not give. 'Twas the Kalyana broodmother's desire to bring about her daughter's resurrection, which first called forth Sri Lakshmi from the aether. That being the case, I rather doubt the goddess will be spoiling for a fight. That would depend. Primal's motives will have been colored by the summoner's state of mind, namely, that of a grieving mother who just had borne witness to her daughter's murder. Though she apparently craved a miracle, she may also have harbored thoughts of vengeance. Yeah, that's right, because primals that are summoned share the thoughts of the people or person who summoned them. Moreover, Kalyana's conception of Sri Lakshmi may differ from that of the Vira. This is true. The Vira and the Kalyana do indeed regard the Lady of Bliss in different ways. To the Vira, Sri Lakshmi embodies freedom. She would not suffer her daughters to be bound to another's will, and so we stand with the resistance against the Empire, and will give our lives for the cause. To the Kalyana, however, she embodies transcendental beauty, which they strive to create through their craft. To shape crystals is less art and more ritual, a sacred duty wherein each tribute is imbued with the fragment of the soul. The Imperials do not interfere with this holy work, and so the Kalyana were content to turn inward and ignore our plight. Until reality asserted itself, and they summoned a primal fever dream to soothe their aching hearts. But surely they can see that it won't do any good. The Imperials will still rule these lands. Nothing will change. The Ananta will. The Kalyana bade the Vira make pilgrimage to pay proper respects, remember? Those who do not wish to partake of their primal's bliss will be made to do so. Not while we're around, they won't. Though our beliefs are not the same, we are still kin to the Kalyana. Will you help them to see reason? I like the second response. Know that I'll kill your god if I have to, maybe even if I don't. Do what you will, warrior. That simulacrum is not Sri Lakshmi. If we do not act quickly, more lives will be lost, more families torn apart, more children made to suffer. Then it's settled. We're going to find that primal and put an end to this. My sister, Vajira will guide you to Jankat, and I shall pray for your success. I'm not sure what Alise is so eager to face this primal all of a sudden, but you won't hear me complaining. Snake people. Yeah, it's the people we met at the very beginning of the expansion in Ralger's Reach. We need to go. I won't be late again. Not like in Limsa. I'm reminded of the tragedy we bore witness to beneath Ogamoro, when poor Gabu cried out in despair and rage, and Titan came forth in answer. Oh yeah. Poor Gabu. Well met, Scions. I am Vajira, she who shines bright and unbroken. Ananta is only one beast tribe that gives you 2 mounts? Wow, that's great. I'll have to make sure to do those beast tribe quests. I stand ready. We leave upon your command. Hey, Parker. Glad to see you. the Lady of Bliss. Vajira is ready to guide you to Dejan Kat. You are ready. You look ready. Dejan Kat. There you find the Kalyanas crystals and Sri Lakshmi. Follow me. Unexpected guests. Prapti is concerned someone is encroaching on Vera territory. Adventurer, I would ask a favor of you. In recent days, strange men have been stealing prey from our hunting grounds. They appear to be Alamegans. They do not recognize us as allies. They refuse to listen when we explain they are trespassing. If they were to see another strider in our company, they may not be so quick to fight and flee. The last spotted to the east they were last spotted to the east of here. Please, go and speak with them before anyone comes to harm. Oh yeah, that's right. The Dawn Trail pre-order's open today. Please wait, if you'd listen for just a moment. Keep that thing away from me. I fear they won't listen to anything I have to say. Would you go after him and explain his people are trespassing? I must tend to my wounds. I thought about getting the collector figurine, but I already need to make room for another Elden Ring figure. I considered getting the collector's box for the Viper figurine and the map. Those looked cool. But then I saw how pricey it was. And I was like, nah, never mind. $150 is a bit much for that. You were trying to help that thing, weren't you? What do you want? They only wanted us to leave their hunting grounds, so they're not savage monsters looking to feast on your innards. I see. Sorry about before. It's not every day you see something like that where I come from. Me and my friends are from a small village in the peaks, you see? And with the Garleans blocking all the ways in and out of the place, we'd never traveled far. Now that they're mostly gone, we thought we'd have a look about it, maybe scavenge for a bit of food. We didn't mean no harm, honest. If it's the same to you, we'll leave and go look for food somewhere far, far away from here. Good afternoon, John. Hope your day is going well, too. Yeah, that week 1 Elden Ring DLC joke from Yoshi P. It was a good joke. I also like how he's like, it's not because I want to play Elden Ring DLC or anything. He's a true gamer. You know he's gonna be playing Elden Ring when it comes out. You returned. Were they willing to listen? Men from the peaks. Interesting. You were cornered. Concerns the M tribe may have coerced them into stealing from their land. My sisters will be relieved to hear this. These people are desperate enough to venture here for food. Perhaps we can help them. A deal of some kind. A share of our food stores in exchange for materials from our gem crafting. Yes, that would be a fair trade. I will need to discuss this with my sisters. The beginning of a fruitful partnership may be at hand. I also love that the dialogue has extra S. Expected more resistance. Let's pray our luck holds. It would be in our best interest to avoid any confrontation unless absolutely necessary. The primal and the crystals are our primary objectives. We should follow their lead and let them do any fighting for now. We'll need your strength when the time comes. Dujanan Kat. The path leads to an entrance above. Within is an aetheryte. You must use it to enter. Understood. With me, everyone. is very curvy. We have one aether current left in the fringes.
Why, mistress? Why does my Anamika slumber still? Look thee on her face, supplicant. Thy prayer hath been answered. Flesh sundered hath been made whole. Blood spilt runneth through her veins. Breath stolen filleth her breast. But she hears not her mother's words, nor sees her mother's face. She's silent and empty. Only the vessel may be remade, not so the flame which flickered within. Her soul hath been scattered to the four winds.
Well, that's not creepy at all. Just a body running around without a soul.
Now do you see her promises for what they are?
Alice, have you gone mad?
Mayhap I have, but I refuse to stand by and watch yet another tragedy unfold.
Who intrudes upon this sacred ground? Imperials, thirsting for blood.
No! We come not to shed blood, but to save you from the false god who would lead you astray. I understand how you feel. I do. You loved her with all your heart, but when the moment came, you still couldn't save her. The anguish, the anger, I know it only too well. But I also know where this path leads. To embrace a primal is to condemn yourself to an endless cycle of despair. You will never know peace.
A worm-eaten heart may find peace and serenity in service, in beauty and grace. This hath ever been my promise. Naught else.
You tempt them with visions of things that can never be and leave them bereft and wanting. No illusion, however sweet, can change the fact that your daughter is gone. Remember her as she was. Do not suffer this piteous shade to tarnish her memory.
For every prayer that primal answers, it'll demand payment in kind. Do you have any idea how many more Ananta will die to feed its hunger for crystals?
Yeah. At least speaking facts.
They would have thee suffer man's spite and live in fear. Far better to dwell in my beauteous dream than endure so ugly a reality.
She's wrong! We hate the Empire as much as you, if you just listen!
Poor misguided children. I would spare you the torments of this cruel and misshapen world. Come, bask in my radiance. Let it fill your hearts and free you from your burdens.
no. Oh no. Don't get tempered. That was cool.
Abide in misery then, fools. The Ananta are more deserving of my blessing. Leave these lands and my dreamers be. I will not warn you a second time.
She herself looks like she is just a body without a soul. Like, look at that stare. She looks like she's dead inside. It's not blinking. I've been listening to this boss music every day, even now. One of the best. Ooh, I can't wait to hear it. I knew things were not going to end well the moment she stepped out of hiding. Is there really no way we can fight alongside you without being turned into one of her dreamers? I know. It was stupid and foolish, but I had to try, Jaguar. I had to. I had to try, and I failed. So you have to fight. There's no other way. Fun fact, some Thai people pray to this Hindu god in real life. Oh, is that so? I didn't know. I guess Lakshmi is based on a real god. That's interesting. I know some of the others are, like, I think Shiva was a real god at some point in time. Primals cannot be suffered to live. You know this. Maybe so, but every time we must turn to you and others like you to do what we cannot. I just wish there was another way. I wish we can but do that which is within our power. Lys Alphino and I will go and seize their crystal stores. This will not happen again. And you, when it is finished, we will be waiting for you. Yeah, it's one of the gods from India. Ooh, that's really interesting. Alright. Anybody in chat want to join for this primal fight? Upon witnessing her daughter's death at the hands of Fordola and her skulls, the Kalyana broodmother cried out to the heavens in despair, and a primal answered. Sri Lakshmi, patron deity of the Ananta, came forth from the aether, and the Imperials were put to flight. Alas, the tale did not end there. For now the Kalyana demands that the Vira come and pay tribute to the goddess. So it falls to you and your comrades to journey onto the Kalyana stronghold of Jankat and put an end to the Sri Lakshmi's dream. Yeah, you both can join. There's plenty of room. I wish I could join. Yeah, I wish you could join too. That would be fun. Maybe someday data center travel will exist between regions. I want to join, but I have to finish some work. But you can still watch. Okay, cool. No worries. Good luck with your work. Create a party finder listing so that anyone on a different world could join. Anyone on Aether at least. Alright, just waiting on you, Litterbox. Alright, cool. Cheering you on with light sticks. Nice. Alright, let's do this. Came too late for Gabu, but perhaps this time the primal is no more. Ooh, I like this song already.
Open your hearts to me.
Just starting with the ads. Essentially. Alright, wait. What is happening here? Do you not want to stand near these orbs? Oh, this song is great. What is this? Wait, do we want to stand here? Or not?
Rest your weary souls in my bosom.
What's this? Oh,
I shall free
Hold
you
up.
from your hate.
I just died? Proximity attack. Oh, so we should collect bubbles? What the?
Surrender to bliss.
I have no idea what just happened.
Do not your souls weigh heavy?
Let's get the tank up. What is this? Stack and dodge all this? Lakshmi does not play around, so this is difficult. I don't want to get
Your
knocked out.
souls are stained.
Okay, so that's a knockback, not a proximity attack. Got it.
I shall free you from your hate.
Oh no, I keep moving. He's still got like 50% health left. He's got a lot of health. Do we need bubbles? Ah. It's pretty close to the middle there. Still fell off.
Surrender to bliss. Your souls are stained.
Oh, this is getting intense. It's like several mechanics happening at once. The healers don't have arm's length. Bubble? No? So confused on the bubbles too.
Do not your souls weigh heavy?
This music is so good though. You're right, Deny, this is one of the best songs in the game.
I shall free you from your hate!
Yeah, the arena is really pretty too. I was just thinking of that. That was such a great fight. I have a rock version of this as well. Someone remade it. Ooh, I'll have to listen to that. People are talking about the interact button. Wait, I have an ability here. I completely did not realize that throughout the entire fight. Wow. That's probably what I had to do when I just died for no reason that one point there. After the cutscene.
You did it again. You saved them. I just wish I could have been more help. So, it looks like the Ananta did have a mountain of crystals after all. Every other tribe. Gods were all such slaves to our weaknesses.
Oh, the ability is what keeps you alive for the push part. Gotcha.
You slew our mistress! She was our hope, our salvation! Is there no end to your cruelty?
Listen to me, please. I know that you're only trying to protect yourselves because you feel frightened and alone.
I did enjoy the trial. That was a fun one. Even if I didn't understand half the mechanics.
But that's how we all feel. Don't you see? If we could just turn to each other for help instead of the gods, I'm sure we could find a way to live in peace.
It's always the best part about a new fight that you haven't done before, though, is just dying to mechanics you don't know.
Your crystals are important to you, aren't they? Reflections of your souls, right? Well, you shouldn't have to sacrifice something so precious to a primal.
Who are you to question our choice? You who fight without fear? We wish only to live in peace. And if this be the price we must pay, then so be it!
I know there's nothing I can say to convince you. But I hope that one day you look back and see we only ever wanted the same thing.
Begone, damn you! Spare me your hollow words, and leave me to mourn.
I'll go. But it doesn't mean I'm giving up. Girabania is our home too. And one way or another, we're going to have to learn to live together. Come on. Alphino and Alize are waiting.
Lisa's getting better at making good points when talking to people. I know early in the story she was talking about how she didn't really know what to say in these types of situations, but it seems like she's getting better. Wonder what Xenos will have to say to you.
Returns, and with her tail firmly between her legs, beaten by beastmen, I hear.
It was a shameful display, by all accounts. She may have curried the Viceroy's favor with her bold promises, but in the end, she's just another plodding bungler like the rest of her kind.
Strange. You would think him a better judge of character. Then again, I hear she's not averse to a more physical mode of persuasion.
I thought she rose through the ranks rather quickly, but no longer. If only she had been content with her lot, she might have lived to see the morrow.
She's going alone to try to protect that guy from Xenos' wrath.
Fadola Rem Lupus. Commander of the Crania Lupi, reporting as ordered.
Why do you tremble, sir? Could it be that the Empire's butcher is afraid? That she who walks with death is terrified of her own?
I'm terrified of dying having achieved naught. Gladly would I give my life to win a great victory on the battlefield, had I but the strength.
Alas, you do not. Indeed, you are weak. And born of this weakness is a blind fervor, a raging inferno which threatens to consume not only you, but everyone around you.
Yes, my lord.
You were defeated by the Resistance on several occasions. You misjudged the Ananta and spurred them into summoning an icon. Have you anything to say?
I do not, my lord. My failures are my own. I am prepared to accept your judgment.
What will we do?
And that is very admirable. However, I've had enough of this dumb show. Give voice to that hunger I see in your eyes, or I will pluck them from your head.
I want... I want to make them pay! All of them! Everyone who ever mocked or looked down on me! I want the power to make them pay!
Very well. Then I shall give you a chance. A chance to transcend your mortal limits. Assuming, that is, you are prepared to wager your life for such power.
Transcend, my lord. I came here prepared to die. Tell me what I must do.
Who's this? Dude looks like an anime protagonist. All he needs to do is do a, like, glasses thing where the light flashes across his glasses. You finished then. Good. I'm glad it's over. We had to use force to scare the crystals. LSA was not gentle. You let live. Had my doubts. Welcome back. I wish we could have left them on better terms. That was never going to happen. Could be a problem if they get their hands on any more crystals, though. Never mind. We'll deal with that when the time comes. Silence of the gods. Thanks to you, Vajira and your people no longer live in fear. You have done us a great service this day. Long shall my sisters sing the praises of the Icon's Slayer. Let us bear word of them back to Sri Lakshmi's passing. Come, friends, to Veera Neela. just hope we won't have to deal with any more primals before we march on Alamico. If only I had your power, the things I would do. Had the Kalyana's beliefs been closer to those of the Vera, this crisis could surely have been avoided. 'Twas your victory. 'Tis only meet that you be the one to tell my sister. Ah, the winds whispered of your success, and your eyes confirm their testimony. The Lady of Bliss no longer holds our Kalyana sisters in her thrall. For this we thank you. Jaguar did the deed. We were but witness to his heroism. However, I fear this is only the beginning, for there is no cure for that which drives the desperate to beseech the gods for salvation. Should they wish to use their crystals to summon Sri Lakshmi again, naught can be done to stop them. We ignore our sister's plight at our peril. This we know. We shall endeavor to show them another path so that the day you speak of never comes. We're all in this together, Alamegans in the Ananta. We understand that. Hopefully, in time, they will too. You and yours will ever be friends of the Vera. On that you have my word. Yeah, clearly you're going to be good friends if you're going to give us 2 mounts instead of 1, like the other beast tribes. We should be getting back to the Peering Stones. Thank you again, Sarisha, for everything. Alright, BRB. Okay, I am back. The hero returns, together with his stalwart comrades in arms. Glad to hear you managed to deal with the Ananta's primal before it could cause us any more grief. Gods know we have enough to worry about. Heard about the primal. Excellent work. If you're looking for Ehrenwald and his unit, they are currently investigating reports of suspicious activity in the area. Welcome back. Conrad and Marshal Terrapin came to render aid, but I hear that won't be necessary. It won't. Sri Lakshmi is gone. Ah, but I should probably start at the beginning. Incredible. I don't know what to say. If you hadn't been there to stop her, who knows where it would have ended. You've saved a lot of lives, Jaguar. Take pride in that. Must be said that this is something of an unprecedented situation. Previous summonings were, to my knowledge, planned well in advance by a tribe as a whole. Indeed, there are several aspects of this incident which bear further investigation. In any event, Kalyana's supply of crystals must remain limited for the foreseeable future, and ambient aether levels closely observed. Understood. The Alliance will consult with the Resistance and the Vera on how best to enforce said restrictions. Because if you can enforce the amount of crystals they can have, then you can make it to where they can't summon a primal. Thank you, Vice Marshal. To other marshals, matters then. What news of the Imperials? None, which itself is troubling. Seems as though the skulls and the remainder of the garrison have fully withdrawn to the peaks. We've seen neither hide nor hair of them since Veladina. Regardless of their reasons, our path is clear. Father has decided that it is time to advance east. Finally. It was also most emphatic that you could be spared further duties for the present. You are to rest. It would not do for the Warrior of Light to collapse from exhaustion during the march. You may not be as strong or as quick as him, but we are soldiers nonetheless. We can deal with the Imperials. Aye, you've earned this respite, so enjoy it. And the same goes for you, Monago. You've been away from your family too long. Don't deny it. As you say, sir. Thank you. We'll make the most of our time here. Heh. Looks like it's up to me and mine to give you lot a proper welcome. My mother prepared a special meal for this occasion. I have it on good authority that hers is the finest cooking this side of the Veladina. This is pretty moon. Honored guests, I pray you partake of our humble offerings, as we give thanks to your many valiant deeds. Thank you, sir, for this warm welcome. We are honored to break bread with you and your family. Come, eat your fill of our food, and drink deep of our spirits. There's more than enough for all. Well, when you put it that way, don't mind if I do. She wasn't kidding when she said her mother could cook. You know, seeing her with her family, I can't help thinking of my own. How my father would come home from a hunt with dinner on his shoulder, and Ida would prepare it with herbs and spices. Our mother died when I was little, so she did most of the cooking. We didn't have much, but we had each other, and that was enough for me. But they wouldn't let us have even that. Theodoric, Gaius. Of course Father and Ida had to fight. I would have too, if I'd been older, but they didn't have to die. Never ends, does it? They call us beasts, and they treat us like them. They push and they push and until someone pushes back, until someone takes up arms, or summons a god, a false god. If the 12 are watching us, what are they thinking? What are they thinking when they see the strong hurt the weak, when people fight and die, and nothing gets better, and it just goes on and on and on? You have to ask them. I don't think the gods listen to people like me. Thanks for listening. I know I was just rambling, but I feel better somehow. Who knows what the answers are, or if there even are any. Either way, life goes on, and we've got to go on with it. Sorry, that sounded better in my head. I must be getting tired. Time to turn in, I think. Tomorrow's another day, eh? Let's see what it brings. Sleep well, Jaguar. That is a good question. What are the gods in this universe up to? There's like 12 of them. Are they all up to different things, or are they all just in the same place doing the same thing together? Because I've got other skills. Guess you've forgotten. I'm one of the finest hunters this tribe has ever seen. And anyway, I don't remember you being a master culinarian. So if your mother's food is so good, why are you such a terrible cook? Honestly, you've got to teach her to teach you the basics while we're here. How long has it been since I saw my father? Maybe Alphino and I should plan a trip to Charlian. This is all over, I mean. There's something to be said for a home-cooked meal, is there not? We must cherish these moments, fleeting as they are. The fight will always be there, waiting for us to return. Yeah, we haven't met Alphino and Alize's father yet. We've met their grandfather. Wonder what their father is up to, though. And we can fly here. Nice. And level 68. Nice, nice. The first of many. Alphino hopes that you are ready to rejoin the main host. I trust you are well rested and refreshed, yes? Then let us return to the front. The greater part of the Alliance forces should have advanced into the peaks by now, but I expect we will pass many of our comrades on the East Road. There's a checkpoint along the way, as I recall, but we need only to identify ourselves to the soldiers in order to pass. No aether current there. Yeah, because we got all the aether currents in this zone. Might be the quest to unlock the Beast Tribe quests, I'm guessing. Either that or something else entirely. Scions, pleasure to have you with us again. You'll be happy to hear we've taken Aligiri and have already begun fortifying, as it is our new base of operations in the peaks. Give a shout to the lads as you pass, eh? Heading back to the peaks. This is another zone it's been forever since we've been to.
I remember how they laughed. Alliance and Resistance soldiers, eager for battle, trading jokes as we marched east towards the peaks. Beyond this last line of defenses lay the locks and the city. Breaching it would be no small feat. But we beat the Imperials back, just like that. And we liberated a village, the first of many.
Those crystals are very pretty. My village, the one we visited with Mefrid, is far to the north. There's no easy to get to it from here, though. Yep, pretty far off. Imperials sure do like their towers, don't they? Through the pass and onward to the southeast, was it? As you can see, this part of the peaks is much higher than the northern reaches, hence why the Imperials built Specula Imperatoris where they did. See those three towers to the east? That's her. This is right on the edge of a cliff, so attacking from the north is a fool's errand. From the south, on the other hand, she's no different from any Imperial installation. Ah. So you see now why Veladina was so important, eh? Right, then. Come along. They're waiting for us in Aligiri. Whoa, what is that? Viking ship? Just showing out on the tops of the mountains. Very cool. Chained to something. Chain goes behind the mountains over there. Aligiri's famous for that giant crystal. Some say Raugr himself put it there. Aligiri was once a whole hub of trade and commerce, as I recall, hence the need for a large central square. The settlement is remarkably intact, I see little evidence of fighting. Here we are, the new base of operations for the Alliance and the Resistance. Hey, Raubon. Ah, there you are. Greetings, General. I see you've been quite busy in our absence. Less than you may imagine, the Imperials fled at our coming, and we took the village without a fight. Your timing is impeccable. We are about to discuss our strategy to seize the Specula Imperatoris. Though we are fresh from the road, we should be glad to attend. Good. Take a moment to gather yourselves, and join us when you are ready. Rather cowardly of them. Uncharacteristically so. I don't know why the Imperials would abandon Aligiri without a fight, but I'm glad they did. Yeah, that is strange. So that's why the village was unharmed. Strong and unified. Nago would rather not keep General Alden and the others waiting. Well, you heard the Flame General. Looks like we've got a meeting to attend. Enjoy your time with Monako and her kin. Aye, that's what I want to hear. Too many soldiers forget the importance of time away from all this. Everything appears to be in order. Very good, very good. The Imperials underestimated us once, and they paid dearly for it. They may not be so easily deceived next time, but if we cannot fool them, we will simply have to break them. On behalf of the Elder Seed Seer, I thank you for your swift and decisive action against the Primal Menace. We are not unaware of the danger it posed to our fair nation. Yeah, that is true. This place is pretty close to Gridania. That everyone? Then let us begin. Aligiri is ours, and for a mercy we took it without losing a single man. But we dare not grow complacent. Specula Imperatoris will not be so easily won. If I may, General, should we not pause to consider the Imperials' motivations? For Xenos to surrender a fortified settlement of strategic importance without so much as firing a shot is inexplicable. We searched the village and found no traps or other signs of sabotage. Suspicious though it may be, I will not refuse this gift from our enemy. The path to Alamigo is through the east, through Specula Imperatoris, and Castrum Albania. It bears repeating, however, that the latter is home to a massive cannon with unparalleled range and destructive power. Which means we will need to strike Specula Imperatoris quickly, both to limit their ability to locate our forces in the field, and to utilize the installation as a shield against the attack, as they would doubtless not risk damaging the towers. I see, that we have no choice but to accept what we have been given. Aye, that's the way of it. I've no doubt Xenos has got something planned. We'll just have to deal with it when the time comes. To the assault then, the main host will commence a direct attack on Specula Imperatoris. During this time, I will hold the Scions in reserve at Aligiri to deal with any Imperial forces that may be dispatched in response. Understood. Wait a minute. We should be fighting with you and the Resistance. I understand you don't want to rely too much on Jaguar after what he's been through, but at least let's let the rest of us do our part. Hey, I want to join too. If she wants to fight, I say let her fight. Thanks. I knew you would understand. Perhaps it would be best if I accompanied you. Alice can stay with Jaguar. Oh, go if you must. The two of us can take care of ourselves. You have your orders. Dismissed. Meanwhile, deep within an Imperial research facility. What is this? Oh, it's probably gonna be that guy that looked like an anime protagonist. No. What are you gonna do to Cryo? Don't do that. Oh, and Xenos mentioned something about an ascension.
My head.
Let us see. So, she lives. Impressive. Or merely lucky, though that too may prove a useful trait.
My lord, what have you done to me?
Though we Guardians are intellectually and physiologically superior in almost all respects, we lack the hereditary traits required for the reliable manipulation of ether, hence our unique inability to wield magics.
Ula smell Asina.
This deficiency, for want of a better word, saw us subjected to decades of oppression by the lesser races, and we were eventually driven to seek shelter in the cold northern reaches of Ilsabard. Fortunately, said region was replete with vast deposits of ceruleum, which proved instrumental in the development of Magitech, a revolutionary technology conceived to compensate for our disadvantage.
Wait, so the Garleans were bullied by the other races. That's what led them, I guess, to be so mean and want to conquer everybody. This is an interesting development. And so now we've got kind of magic versus technology thing going on here. The Garleans have developed technology to deal with their lack of magic.
It was with Magitech that we grew strong, that our nation became an empire. Yet, ultimately, this was an extrinsic solution to an intrinsic problem. What I wanted was not a crude device to be used in lieu of magic. Through modification of the Garlean genome, I argued that it might be possible to enhance a subject's ability to manipulate ether, effectively empowering them to wield magics. Alas, my theories were met with consternation in the Imperial Court. Only Lord Xenos, with commendable foresight and wisdom, deigned to support my research.
Well, they're trying to give her the ability to use magic.
You gave me this treatment, but I'm not Garlean.
Alamegan, through and through. What you have been granted is far greater than mere magic. Before that lesser light, it is as a second sun.
I am informed that Alighieri was recently occupied by the Resistance, and that an attack on Specula Imperatoris is considered imminent. This could provide an ideal opportunity to test her performance in the field.
Your skulls, was it? They have joined the garrison at the watchtower?
Yes, my lord. By your leave, I would rendezvous with them and lead a counterattack against the insurgents.
No. Even were you to leave now, you would not arrive in time. There is another duty I would entrust to you.
Thancred. Yeah, he was going after Cryo. That got real interesting. The lore. So full of fire and eager, weren't they? Well, I wouldn't worry too much. They're strong and they have each other. At least he spared me the trouble of having to speak up. I wasn't about to let Lys go alone. Hell's open. Elsa is ready to depart Alighieri when you are. We have a fair bit of ground to cover, so we should split up. If you come across any Imperial soldiers, you know what to do. Oh, and so you know, I sent word to our Ehrenwald's squadron. They are already searching any other nearby areas, so we have allies in the event we encounter anything beyond our means. Let's tune to the Aetheryte before we forget. I'm not making the same mistake I did like 2 streams ago, where I forgot to grab the Aetheryte, then I had to walk back. Ship over there looks so cool. I want to go there. Give me a moment, Jaguar. Say that again, if you would. No, maintain your distance for now. Understood. Keep me apprised of any developments. That was Ehrenwald. The pair that was spying on us is in the fringes, has followed us here. What about you, Jaguar? Any trouble? Here I was thinking we might be due for some peace and quiet. Glad to hear you dealt with them. I hope the assault on the Specula Imperatoris is going well. Oh. Praetorium music. Yeah, get him, Rabon.
Whoa! You've improved, lad.
Come now, father. You lured the fool onto my blade, and do not try to deny it.
Our work here is all but done. What of Conrad and his men?
They are for the main tower. The skulls have offered fierce resistance thus far, but Conrad seems to believe he can convince them to lay down their arms.
Then we will tend to the stragglers down below. With me!
Report.
Enemy forces have overrun the lower facilities and appear to be mounting an assault on the main tower. We have already received a request for reinforcements. A unit of legionaries has been mustered and is ready to depart. They await your orders, Commander.
Stand down.
Commander?
Tell them to stand down.
Oh.
Commander, if I may, our people, your people are still in there. They will be slaughtered.
You think I don't know that? I want nothing more than to help them. To lead the bloody charge. But I have my orders. Lord Zeno said no reinforcements. He would have us use the main cannon to destroy the installation.
What? Kill our own soldiers? You must be mistaken.
Mayhap you'd like to ask Lord Zenos yourself. I thought not. Initiate the firing sequence. Wars are won on the backs of the dead. Theirs and ours. There is no truth but this. We must remain firm and resolute and always, always do our duty. Give the order.
Yeah, things are getting intense.
Initiate firing sequence.
Aye, aye. Initiating firing sequence. Release safety locks. Deploy main cannon.
Wait, no, Raubon is still in there, right?
Rudolph, Hamlet. For us. For our people. For our future.
I need you to confirm the target, Commander.
Specula Imperatoris, main tower. Fire when ready.
Does she have the echo? Oh, snap. That is one huge cannon.
What in the seven hells?
Get out, Rabon.
Long-range artillery.
Those treacherous bastards. Their people were still fighting. Full retreat! Now! Relay the orders!
Understood. All forces retreat! I repeat, all forces retreat!
Oh. Xenos is a mad lad. He's willing to win this war at any cost. By the 12, did you see that? The main tower just collapsed. You heard it too, didn't you? It must have been the cannon at Castra Mabania. That was an Imperial installation, and our troops were still... Damn it, no one's responding. I don't know if the shell is being jammed or... We have to go right now. They need our help. Heavens weep. The fear in Alcé's eyes is unlike anything you have ever seen before. This way. There's no time to lose. Xenos is probably my favorite villain in the game. His character is really well written, I think. I think he's quickly becoming my favorite villain too. It's worse than it looks. He probably wasn't even... Pull yourself together. The gate. This is our way inside. We need to find my brother. Right now. Locks on the massive gate appear to have been disabled. Need only prise them open to pass through. Things got bad real quick. Oh, there's the remains of the tower. Damn it, I don't see them. My brother Orlees. Maybe the general knows something. It shall be done. I'm glad you're here, Jaguar. In case it wasn't obvious, the Imperials fired on us, on Specula Imperatoris. I didn't think they had it all. To kill their own men just to kill us? Gods damn them all. Where's my brother? Tell me where he is. I want to see him. He was in the tower when it struck, but that need not mean anything. Forces are still evacuating, and many remain unaccounted for. Alice? Alice, listen. There are soldiers wounded and dying all around us. Soldiers with families just like you and me. They need our help. Do you understand? He's right. I'll take you to the north. You take the east. Thank you. I think I can manage on my own. For a moment there, I thought I was bound for Thal's great hall. Ye gods, what were the Imperials thinking? Just give me a moment to let the world stop spinning, would you? There. Alighieri's not far. I'll make it. I'll make it. Everything hurts. I think I was struck by debris from the tower. Wait, I know you. Jaguar Evergreen, ward of House Fortan. We fought together on the steps of faith. You saved my life back then, and now. I can walk. Thank you. 1,000 times, thank you. Conrad. Conrad, can you hear me? Nago, put him down over there. Jaguar, full glad am I to see you. Wait, where's my sister? O mighty Raukr, O noble Azima, I beg of you, do not take him from us.
Conrad! Conrad, speak to me!
It was all so sudden. Conrad had just convinced the last few skulls to surrender when we heard the bang and everything started to shake. We carried the survivors to safety, but Conrad's... We have done what we can for him. All that remains is to pray.
Conrad?
Is that you, Lise? I can't see a damn thing.
Oh no.
Well, that's that then. Time's up.
What are you talking about? You'll be on your feet before you know it.
It's all right, Lise. I've lived long enough. But listen, I want you to lead the resistance in my stead.
Don't say another word. You'll recover. We'll recover. We'll bring freedom to Alamigo together. We're not going to stop here.
No, you won't. Everything we've built, everyone we've brought together. I know you'll show them the way. You've got it in you, Lys. Not because you're Curtis's daughter or Ida's sister, but because you're you. Because you're you.
Conrad.
Lead them to victory. To freedom.
I will, Conrad. I will. I promise.
Meanwhile, in the chaos of Castra Mabania.
Next round, double the charge.
Austinian.
Come, Nidhogg. We are needed.
Wait, huh? Whoa.
That's the cerulean pipeline!
Nidhogg, though?
Impossible! How can one man... Shoot the bastard! Shoot him!
He looks so
My lance
cool.
has slain far greater beasts. You're welcome, boy.
That was sick. Austinian
Notify
best
all units.
character.
I want that intruder found, and get the engineers to fix my bloody cannon! The savages are coming!
We hung our flag from the top of that tower now. Oh yeah. No, 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 you can't. Not now. I promise. Oh man. Could have killed them. Could have walked away. Instead, we tried to convince them to lay down their arms. We tried to seek a peaceful resolution. We showed them mercy, and this was their response. Fire and blood. This was their answer. Such crimes cannot go unpunished. They must not. God's is my witness. There will be a reckoning. The road home. Slowly but surely, Alphino is regaining his composure. Forgive me. Now is not the time for vows of vengeance. You must remain calm and rational and in control. The Imperials have demonstrated a willingness to fire on their own. So long as we remain here, we are in danger. We three will see to Commander Kemp's body, find my sister, and return to Aligiri. There, that should suffice for now. Go on and join the others. Tell me you found Alphino. Tell me he's alright. Well, Alphino's alright, but not Conrad. Oh, thank the 12. I don't know what I would have done. Though, saying that, what will the Resistance do without Commander Kemp? Sorry, not here, not now. We should return to Aligiri. Keep an eye out for any wounded who need our help on the way. Imperial behind here. It wasn't long ago I was trying to kill you and yours. Half expected you were about to slit my throat. To hell's with this. I should be back home in Ilsbard instead of taking fire from my so-called comrades. What should we do? We've got plenty of our own wounded to deal with. Say the word and I'll finish him quick. No, we gotta keep him alive. Maybe he'll change sides after seeing what the Imperials did to him. Thanks, friend. Bloody tourniquet came loose and I was having trouble getting it back on. Should be fine the rest of the way. What's that tree in the distance? Oh, bless you, kind. Wait, is that you, Jaguar? I didn't recognize you at first. Been feeling a bit dizzy. Must have lost a lot of blood. I can keep going. I can keep going. I really like the music in this zone. Jaguar, we've given over Commander Kemp's remains for safekeeping. Later. I have no idea when. Rites must be performed. But for now, however, we must carry on. We must press forward. We must not give in to despair. It's up to all of us to carry on in his stead. It's up to me. I did what I could for those I found along the way, but some were beyond help. I knew we'd lose people doing this, but him? I was sure the old bear would outlast us all. For the living and the dead, the question of how to move forward in Conrad's absence looms large in Alphino's mind. All Alliance and Resistance units have now withdrawn from Specula Imperatoris. It's time we spoke with General Alden. These deaths weigh heavy on my soul. Commander Kemp's most of all. He was a wise leader, he was a patriot, but above else, he was a good man who will be sorely missed. One of many lost this day. I ask for a moment's silence to pray for the souls of the departed. We've suffered a grievous defeat. We cannot and will not renounce this cause. The die has been cast. Hold tight to this grief, this anger. Let it drive you forward. Let it be your strength and your shield when next you face the enemy. The die has been cast. Isn't that the same thing Gositsu said back in Yangsha? Doma? It will carry us far, General. Of that I have no doubt. Ere we take another step towards Alamigo, however, we must first address the question of how to deal with Castrum Abania's cannon. If the Imperials are willing to employ the weapon without thought for their own soldiers' safety, we may struggle to approach them. Frontal assault is out of the question. We'd lose countless men before we even reached the walls. Would we? Recall that the Imperials could have obliterated our forces had they kept firing, but neglected to do so. They had no strategic reason to cease fire, which begs the question, why did they? You suspect they were unable to fire the cannon again, mayhap due to a malfunction? Or one of their officers found his conscience after the first barrage? Or a hereafter unknown resistance faction chose that moment to disable it? There are many possibilities, but the fact remains that they stopped when logic dictated they continue. And I'll just have to go and see for myself if the cannon is still operational. Are you mad? Conrad put you in charge of the Resistance. Can't risk losing another commander so soon. I know how you feel, Nago. I do. But I need you to understand. It wasn't long after Papolimo and I arrived in Raucus Reach that Conrad first asked me to join the Resistance. And then he kept on asking. Every time I said no, I told myself it was because of the Scions, but even then, I knew deep down that it was an excuse. That I was still afraid of following my heart, because I couldn't be sure if it was for me or for Ida. But then I met someone on the other side of the world who had struggled with the same worries. As we traveled and fought together, I saw him grow and become the leader his people needed him to be. And now it's my turn to do the same. There's not a lot of us left, and of the ones that are, many are still wounded. We have to make do with what we've got, and I'm the best qualified. It's as simple as that. But don't worry, Nago. I'll come back. I promise. Well, I acknowledge Commander Hex's right to carry out this mission, I see no reason why she should do so alone. Jaguar, would you go with her? For sure. I would have done it even if you hadn't asked, sir. Then it is settled. We will await your return. One could but wonder how the rank and file of the 12th Legion will view their leadership upon hearing about the fate of Specula Imperatoris. Yeah. Conrad confided in me that he was considering naming her as his successor, so it didn't come as a complete shock. I mean, I was still surprised, but I've never once doubted his judgment. None of us have. If we thought Lise was best choice, then she is. Also, Surecast is the arm's length for casters. Forgot to mention that until now. Oh, is it? Oh, nullifies most knockback and draw-in effects. That's great, I didn't know that. I don't understand Monaco's concern. If they were to lose another leader so soon after losing Conrad, the resistance might never recover. When did Lise become leader of the resistance? That is... Suppose we have Hien to thank for this too. Sorry to drag you into this, Jaguar. May not be the decision Conrad would have made, but I'm not Conrad, and I never will be. Don't know what kind of leader he was hoping for, but right now all I can do is be myself. Above the churning waters, Lisa's mind is made up. If you don't mind, I'd rather not wait around and have people try to talk me out of it. Let's get moving. I know a good vantage point overlooking the castrum. Yen Kref's Hope. The ship stranded on the rocks to the east of here. Shouldn't take us long to get there. Oh, but there might be some ancient golems guarding it. Or that might just be an old wives' tale. Either way, it's worth the risk. Please, Commander. I pray you proceed with all due caution. Do not hesitate to call upon us if needed. To reach the ship, we'll have to scale the cliff face. I'll get some climbing gear and meet you there, alright? So now we get to explore the cool ship. Sorry to keep you waiting. I see you've met the golems. Looks like the old stories were true, eh? In a way, I'm glad. Right then, time to climb. Whew. That took a bit more out of me than I expected. And here she is, young Krep's hope. The ark that one man made saved countless others from the flood during the 6th Umbral era. It's comforting to think that there have always been people who cared this much about their fellow man, who accomplished such great feats that people couldn't help thinking they must be made up. But the proof's here, isn't it? I don't just mean the ship, you know. I mean you. Long before anyone started calling you a hero, you were there for those in need. You did things for people when you didn't have to. Sometimes even when they didn't want you to. It can't have been easy staying true to yourself, but we're all better for it, me included. I'll never be a leader like Conrad, or Hien, or my father. But I can be a friend to you all, and I can fight by your side. Can be me, and that'll just have to be enough, eh? Won't be like those other people, but you'll be your own type of leader. Strange to think back on it. If we'd been standing on different places, or if the shell had struck the tower differently, it would have been me instead of Conrad, or maybe both of us. What kind of monster murders their own? Is that smoke from Castra Mabania? Wait, it's coming from the cannon! Can't tell what happened from here, but I can tell that it won't be giving us any trouble in the immediate future. This is our chance, Jaguar, to avenge Conrad and all the others who died in the tower, friend and foe. To take Castra Mabania and bring the bastards who gave the order to fire to justice. Yeah. It won't be easy after the losses we took, but I know everyone's champing at the bit to strike back. With the right plan, I'm certain we can do it. You have to tell the others. Come on. Easier up than down, eh? But not necessarily safer. Anyway, no time to rest. Need to convince the others to strike now, before the Imperials have time to fix their cannon. Path forward. Beast is not willing to let this opportunity pass you by. There's no time to lose, Jaguar. General Aldin needs to know what we saw. Our boy Estinian coming in clutch. Well, did you learn anything of value? Look like you've got something important to say. That I do. I'm relieved the two of you made it back in one piece. I mean, I always am, but it's a little different now, isn't it? As long as the Imperials hold Castrum Abania, we will not be able to march on Alamigo. We will have our retribution. It is but a matter of time. We've lost so many men already. If we suffer another defeat like this campaign is over. You have returned. I only hope you bring good news. Scaled the cliffs of Neon Crepe Soap and spied smoke rising from Castrum Albania's main cannon. I just realized we didn't get to explore the ship itself. I think Marshal Terrapin's right. They didn't fire again because they couldn't. The cannon seems to have been disabled somehow. We must attack Castrum Albania at once. It could still be a trick. But if it isn't, we may not get a better opportunity. Bluntly, General, if it is a trick, it is an utterly baffling stratagem. Had the Imperials wished to wipe us out, they could have simply kept firing. Be that as it may, we need not risk everything to seize it. I say we dispatch a small contingent to infiltrate the castrum and secure control of the weapon. If the enemy is preoccupied with repairs, we may be able to take them unawares. If, on the other hand, it is indeed a trick, our token force will prove an elusive target. We will at least know the cannon is operational. Good plan. Either way, it seems well worth the risk. But how are we to infiltrate the castrum? In anticipation of a day such as this, men and women under my command have labored long to cultivate a network of informants throughout Garibania, including Raid Deada. Raid Deada is home to many who hold menial positions at Castrum Albania and other nearby installations. With the aid of our allies there, I believe we can secure our route into the fortress. The Resistance will handle this. We may have recruited these informants, but they'll be just as happy working with fellow Alamegans. At the end of the day, it's our land, our responsibility. Let's do this right by Conrad. I should be glad to accompany her, General, as would Elze and Jaguar. I am sure. Well then, if you are all in agreement, I see no reason to refuse you. We'll make ready to march on Castrum Albania. Go, and may Raukar watch over and keep you. My apologies for speaking on your behalf. It would seem my sister's forthright manner is rubbing off on me. I confess. My decision to volunteer was not wholly motivated by concern for Lise, nor less Alamigo. Castrum Albania is the largest Imperial facility in the peaks, you see, and so the likelihood that Kryl is being held captive there is quite high. Dealing with that cannon remains our main objective, of course. But if there's even a chance that Kryl might be rescued in the process, I would never forgive myself if I did not take it. Okay, that's gonna do it for tonight. Thanks for everybody who joined. Great to have you all around. I will be busy this Friday, so there will be no stream. So I will see you guys next Tuesday, probably will be the next time. Hope everyone has a good week and a good Easter weekend. And hope to see you all back soon. covered a lot of ground. Yeah, that we did. Feels like we're getting closer to the end of Stormblood. Base Stormblood, not including the patches. Alright, see you guys all later. Good night.